Amidst conflict between two kingdoms, the struggle for dominance determines which ruler is truly superior. On one end, a tactical genius commanding the field of battle with precision, a mastermind of warfare, an astute strategist deftly navigating the complexities of war. On the other end, an iron-fisted general whose war cry is made up of violence, a relentless commander who crushes opposition with brute force and unyielding power, a bloodlusted champion leaving bodies soulless. There can only be one, as there is only one crown to seize for the throne. A unification matchup for the King of Kings of the lightweight division. A tale as old as time, as the two should have fought years ago. But as fate would have it, the roads would finally cross. No man has yet to escape Father Time. Has Lomachenko's time truly expired? Or does he still have what it takes to compete against the young lions of the division? Many questions loom on the eve of battle, but answers will emerge when one raises the hand in victory. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a former 3-division world champion, winning 5 world titles, an undefeated knockout artist with a record of 30-0 and 28 knockouts, having a 93.33% knockout ratio. He was currently ranked as the number 8 on the ring's pound-for-pound list. Tank is a ferocious counterpuncher. As his name implies, his hands are that of artillery shells. Comparatively, his punches are explosive on impact. Although his punch output is low, his landing rate is high. His philosophy is based on quality over quantity. Each punch are thrown with sinister motives. His style can be broken down into 3 phases. Phase 1 is stalking, where Tank takes the early rounds to figure his opponents out, reading patterns and tasting the power, hovering right over his opponents, making it hard for them to land flush.
Garcia's starting to throw more combinations, and some of them are pretty effective.
Phase 2 is Tank's specialty, counterpunching, the skill of evasion and returning fire. This is where Tank slows the pacing of the fight and takes control. Each time his opponents fall out of position or overextends, he's sure to make them pay for it, as no mistake goes unpunished. Like a chess player in the ring, always thinking 2 moves ahead, Tank is not just merely reacting to punches, but instead setting traps, and like a hunter of the night, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In the 3rd phase, Tank is gradually walking his opponents down, steadily advancing towards his target, putting enough pressure so they can distinguish the heat from the fire, cutting the ring off, tightening his grips with slow suffocation, punishing the opposition with hammering fists, tactically breaking down his adversary, both mentally and physically. The final phase is the kill shot. By now, the opponent is battered from the beating, having taken innumerable of punishing blows from Tank. 30 have tried, 28 have been finished. Not many can say they are capable of withstanding against Tank's onslaught for the duration of 12 rounds.
Satisfying, emotional victory in his career as he remains.
Vicious right hand!
And he's out. Gervonta Davis has knocked out.
Vasiliy Lomachenko is a decorated fighter who's considered one of the most dominant amateur fighters of all time, compiling a record of 396 wins and 1 loss, who also went on to win 2 gold medals at the Olympics. When Lomachenko turned pro, he wasted no time chasing the world title. By his 3rd fight, he had captured the WBO World Feather title, tying a record previously set by Morungsarin in 1975. He went on to capture 3 total titles in 3 different weight classes total. Lomachenko is known as the Matrix due to his exceptional footwork, movement, reflexes, and ability to seemingly bend the laws of boxing's physics. Lomachenko's boxing style is considered so advanced and unorthodox that it appears as if he operates in a different dimension or reality. His agility, quick reflexes, and incredible skills in the ring have solidified his reputation as one of the most unique and talented boxers in the sport. Lomachenko is a high-volume boxer with a strong emphasis on footwork. He's quick on his feet, constantly cutting angles, getting the better position on you, all while throwing a flurry of non-stop punches. There is no downtime while facing Lomachenko. If he isn't moving, he's punching, if not doing both. The Matrix is a calculated volume puncher, using his punches to not only point but set traps for positioning to land his power shots. He is capable of fighting inside and out, evading his opponents, all while countering the punches as they swing in air. Overall, Lomachenko's boxing style can be characterized as a unique blend of technical proficiency, agility, and adaptability. Creativity is what sets him apart as one of the most skilled and entertaining fighters of the sport. The fight between Lomachenko and Tank Davis will be that of a high-speed chess match. The fast-paced match will be tactical in nature with strategic maneuvers. Just like a game of chess, both fighters will anticipate their opponent's moves, thinking several steps ahead, adjusting the game plan on the fly. Not only will they have to outsmart each other, they will also have to outmaneuver one another as well. The classic boxer versus puncher showdown, a clash of styles between the calculated high-volume puncher with good movement Lomachenko versus Tank, a hammer and counter puncher with venom in both hands. Lomachenko will need his footwork and movement to be as poised as ever, to maintain position and score shots, while evading Tank, as Tank will have to be as sharp as ever to find a moving target in Lomachenko. Lomachenko is not known to be the biggest puncher at lightweight and considered to be the smallest side of the weight class. Will he have enough pop in his punches to tame Tank enough to slow down his barrage of power shots? If age is a factor, how will his legs hold up, considering that his style is based so heavily on footwork and movement? How much will Tank's power affect Lomachenko's output, given that Tank has shown time and time again that he only needs to land one solid punch for the night to end? He is continuing to mature as a fighter and seems to be in the prime of his career. A vicious puncher who knows how to find his shots, often criticized for his picks and his opponents. If Tank wins in dominant fashion, he may finally get his long-deserved respect as the best of the modern-day four kings.
Davis, Martin just avoiding that counter, but now
Tank Davis has shown to be a slow starter, as he often takes the early rounds off in order to figure his opponents out. Lomachenko needs to jump to an early start and maintain the edge throughout the first half of the fight. Movement is key, as he needs to keep his back off the ropes to find space in the open ring. There he will be able to set up his offense whilst keeping Tank from cornering and shelling him with his artillery. Lomachenko won't have the firepower to stop Tank, so it would be foolish to trade shots or overstay his welcome. He needs to stick and move. Tank has shown that he isn't hard to find, but what he's good at is absorbing punishment and finding those small openings to slip his punches in. Lomachenko's footwork will be as important as ever, as he needs to find an exit after every lane of punch. He cannot overstay his welcome in a pocket. Changing range and staying off the ropes will frustrate Tank. He needs time to settle in before he starts to let his punches loose. A counter-puncher relies on timing and reading of their opponents to be successful. Lomachenko has to be creative and not give away any patterns for Tank to time. If Lomachenko can keep his distance and be smart with his punches, he can outpoint Tank to a decision.
Has admitted to. Oh, and there's a good combination up top.
Lomachenko's entire foundation lies in his footwork. Tank must cut the ring short and take away as much space as possible, denying Lomachenko from freely moving about, smothering him against the ropes. Teofimo showed that punches don't need to land clean in order to back Lomachenko up. Tank will have more firepower, so it is vital that he uses it to his advantage to back Loma up and break his rhythm. Loma has to get into rhythm before he's able to let his punches go. By going to the body or trading with Loma, it will disrupt him, causing him to constantly reset. It would be wise to invest into the body in the early rounds to zap away at Loma's gas tank, slowing down his movement in the second half of the fight. There, Tank is able to get closer and let loose his artillery. Since the power is in Tank's favor, each time Loma throws his combinations, it would be to his benefit to exchange punches the way he did Santa Cruz. The timing to punch would ideally be simultaneously or between Lomachenko's combinations. I could see Tank fighting Loma in two ways. A, the same way he fought Frank Martin, by cutting off the ring, walking him down, and battering him with a barrage of power punches. Or B, allowing Lomachenko to get comfortable enough to consistently let his hands go and catching him between the shots, similar as he did to Ryan. It's undeniable that these two are generational talents. With the stacked division looming with stars, it's time that the two need to face each other. Although aged, Lomachenko still has enough gas in the tank to make this fight interesting. If this fight is prolonged any longer, it may lose value, as Tank needs a more competitive fight to further boost his resume. Does the old king still have the feet to dance his way into the Hall of Fame? Or will Tank stamp his dominance as he takes the lead and be in the face of boxing? Whether it be a competitive boxing match or a knockout, if or when this fight happens, it will go down as one of the most important fights with the lightweight division's history of this era.